Hey, what's up everyone, Paul from Grindhouse Funhouse, and today's 7 Days of Christmas movie selection is for 1985's Cannon Films classic Invasion USA. Chuck Norris plays Matt Hunter, a former Special Ops CIA agent who has retired to the bayou, where he drives an airboat shirtless while wearing a denim vest, as his mullet flaps in the wind and captures gators with his Native American buddy. He's called back into action.
The company really needs you this time.
When Mikhail Rostov, a Soviet operative played by Richard Lynch, who once tangled with Hunter but got away, invades Florida with his own terrorist army while at the same time taking over the entire United States of America, killing everyone in sight, destroying towns, and instill terror. And it's up to Matt Hunter, his jacked up pickup truck, and his tiny machine guns to save the day. When you think about Chuck Norris and all the hundreds of memes and jokes floating around on the internets for years and years, I feel like it all comes from this movie. This is peak Chuck Norris and Cannon Films. The director behind all this madness was Joseph Zito, who had just come off directing Chuck in Missing in Action the year before, and also directed Friday the 13th, the final chapter, arguably the best in the Friday the 13th franchise. What Invasion USA does bring to the table is a high dead body count, but is low on logic and basic common sense. Having a ridiculous small group of people supposedly invading 50 states with a total population of 240 million people at the time is pure foolishness. They tried it a year before in Red Dawn and that didn't turn out too well for those terrorists either. Like, why even attempt to invade? What's in it for them? We don't see the grand scaleness of the whole invasion, it's told through news reports. Chuck goes through the motions of being an emotionless brick in Invasion USA. His well-manicured beard shows more joie de vivre than Chuck himself. All his character does is keep showing up out of the blue to thwart various terrorist attacks that his character would have no clue were about to take place, while his shirt must remain open at all times to see that sweet hairy ginger carpet. The rest of the time he's either chilling in bed watching old sci-fi movies or roaming the Miami streets in his pickup truck silently judging people.
What the fuck are you looking at? Fuck you!
You can always count on Richard Lynch to bring that extra crazy to his character. He's comically evil in this. Not even 5 minutes into the movie, he guns down a boat full of Cuban immigrants to get his hands on sweet delicious drugs. And that's pretty much setting the tone for the rest of the movie. He next tangles with another fine actor known for his on-screen villains, Billy Drago, as he sells to him the cocaine for weapons, and he does not fuck around. He maims Drago's associate while she snorts cocaine with a straw that gets jammed up into her brain, and then shoots Drago in the dick and funny throws his associate out the window. So what about the action? Cannon completely removed all the story elements and background characters in the editing room in order to concentrate on Chuck Norris and the action, which pretty much makes the movie a collection of random action scenes. But I will say though, they definitely did not cheap out on those. Lots of rocket launchers being used, bombs being planted either in front of a church or stuck on a school bus with dire consequences for the ones who put them there.
To lose this?
Richard Lynch and his terrorist friends blows up Chuck's shack, but didn't check if he was dead or not, which obviously was a big mistake. That was the final straw for Matt Hunter, as he burns the rest of his ruins, leaves to go kill everyone while at the same time causing a small forest fire. I hope I'm not ruining the surprise, letting you know that Chuck Norris will win in the end. Shocker, am I right? And this is the final result in slow-mo of a man being blown to pieces by a rocket launcher, and just look at that beautiful detached head falling out the window. Let me present to you a collection of the best one-liners you'll ever hear.
It's time to die.
See you in hell.
Send me a postcard. If you come back in here, I'm gonna hit you with so many rights, you're gonna beg for a left. Didn't work, huh? Now it will.
I also have a few fun facts for you. Did you know that Chuck Norris once roadhouse kicked someone so hard that his foot broke the speed of light? Or that Chuck Norris doesn't wear a watch, he decides what time it is.
It's time.
He once shattered the space-time continuum. He felt so bad, he put it back together. And finally, did you know that death once had a near Chuck Norris experience? This is all true. So you may ask yourself, how is this a Christmas movie? Much like Die Hard, this is all happening during Christmas time. The first invasion scene where they blow up a tiny part of a neighborhood, families were putting up their Christmas trees, and the scene in the mall was fully decked in Christmas decoration as well. So on the Santa Claus zombie head meter I created to give you a sense on how Christmassy things are, I give it 2 Santa Claus zombie head out of 5. Links to streaming or purchasing Invasion USA are available in the description below. Go visit all my socials at Grindhouse Funhouse. Let me know your thoughts on Invasion USA and see you in 48 hours for another 7 days of Christmas movie pick.